Greetings, kitties. Welcome back for another edition of Peanut Butter and Triggered. Today we're going to be talking news. We're going to be talking about our playing, doing, watching. And we're going to get into a little bit of World War Z. Top it off with Crunch. Should it be allowed?
Hey y'all, welcome into Peanut Butter and Triggered. I am Scott, joined by my man
Jay Eastwood, what's up?
and a very special Vietnam veteran, World War II veteran, and all-around nice guy, my man, Mr. Thoads.
What up, y'all?
He's also battled T-1000s in the Battle for Humanity.
Twice.
Tore those fuckers to pieces. I run Skynet.
Well, then you would be on the other side, right?
Well,
Who knows?
now he runs it.
Oh, he ran it after he defeated all the T-1000s?
Yeah. He has those T-1000s working for him now.
Hey, welcome in. We're going to start off with the PDW. What have you been playing, doing, watching, Mr. J?
So I'm still playing Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat did just get an update on the Switch and PC, so graphics have improved very slightly.
How do you even notice?
Through the patch notes.
It says they're better.
it honestly, I can't tell the difference. I looked at a YouTube video that showed them side by side. The refresh rate is, I mean, you can't change refresh rate, right? But it's faster. Like there's less like
Higher frame rate?
Yeah. And then the other thing that was improved on were again the Towers of Time, the difficulty, stuff like that, the rewards and so forth.
So they caught the PC version up with the Xbox and PlayStation version?
And the Switch up with the PlayStation and Xbox.
Wow.
So I'm still playing that. I'm playing SimCity on my phone now.
Oh, yeah. Is that are you playing the actual SimCity?
Yeah.
Or is it the SimCity that...
Are you really that bored?
The mobile. I love SimCity.
It's dope, dude.
Is it the actual SimCity 5000 or whatever?
No. It's just regular SimCity mobile.
I don't like it.
Well, give it a chance before you say I don't like it.
I have given it a chance before.
What are you talking about?
I've played it.
It just came out.
But if you play the way that you typically play online games, then...
SimCity Build It.
Yeah, I've had that game for years.
Okay.
On iOS.
Well...
Just be a degenerate, Scott.
It's like you build it and you sit there and I wish you could be a degenerate. You can't. You have to live a civil life.
No, I thought you could, rob places and, set homes on fire and things like that.
No, I don't think so. Not in SimCity.
No,
maybe in The Sims. But...
In Sims you can. It's fun. Final Fantasy 15, my friend Kevin...
Mr. Lonely.
No, you're thinking of the wrong guy. That's my cousin, Mr. Lonely, who, by the way, I actually spoke with over the weekend. He's waist deep in Sekiro.
Well, you said he's on the final boss, right?
Yeah, same place you are.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll ever beat that motherfucker.
Dude, he's like an expert gamer. He is basically the same place you are.
Dude, it's as hard as any boss I've ever played.
Yeah.
It's four phases of really, really difficult fighting.
Yeah.
You have to be perfect for basically the first 2 or 3, and even just to fight the last phase, it would be hard, let alone the first 3 before it.
Yeah, that's basically what he said.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so Kevin's playing Final Fantasy 15. It's basically the same thing as what we got on console. Obviously, the graphics aren't going to be...
On what? On
mobile.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah, same exact game.
Wow.
Crazy, right?
It's kind of cloud computing or something? How's that possible?
It obviously the graphics aren't the same, but I don't know.
How much is it?
Does it look like Fortnite?
Yeah, it looks like Fortnite.
Oh.
It is Fortnite.
It's Fortnite. Yeah, it's Fortnite. No, it's I don't know how they're able to do it, but it's basically the same thing. It's the same exact game, same plot, same sort of gameplay. Obviously, there's going to be a lot more tapping and so forth. Think of the same sort of style of Elder Scrolls Blades, where you tap on where you want to go.
Wow. But it's third person.
Yeah. So you still tap where you would want to go. And then, yeah, he said that it's super fun. The only feedback that he says he would give whoever developed that is that the screen time's out if you're not doing something for more than 30 seconds.
Is that a setting in his phone?
No, he has his backlight timer probably at 2 minutes or something.
What's he got, a Galaxy Core Prime or something?
No, he has a Google Pixel
1?
2.
You should get a 3.
Okay, sorry, Scotty. We're not all made of money. jeez, Mr. Two Phones over here.
I only have one right now. Oh,
Giant box of
He said
goldfish.
right now.
I do have a giant. What are there small boxes? I thought
Yeah.
they only came in
No.
large boxes.
Scotty
These
is holding
motherfuckers
up.
be flavor blasted.
Yeah, he's holding up a giant Costco-sized box of flavor blasted, extra cheddar goldfish made by Pepperidge Farm.
I haven't had these in like 10 years. I saw them and I just jumped on it.
You know
Ooh.
what? Fuck that. Amen, America.
Yeah, well, which also brings me to, and he's chewing them into the mic. I love that. Which leads me to our unofficial sponsors for today's episode. Today, if you want to get flavor blasted,
Pepperidge Farms.
pick up none other than Goldfish Flavor Blasted Extra Cheddar by Pepperidge Farm.
And
And
then
you know we're that cheesy.
Alternatively, the delicious, established in 1878, Rainier beer.
Also known as
Vitamin R.
when all the other vitamins don't. Oh my god, yes. When all the other vitamins don't help, you pick up vitamin R.
Oh,
Yeah.
no. Or you could church it up. You can call it Ronier.
Yeah, if you're
Can I
French,
get you
right?
some Rainier?
Yeah.
Actually, yes. You bring it out in a wine glass.
So that's what I'm playing. I know that was a really long playing part. Yeah, totally. I just got back from Las Vegas. For what I'm watching, I'm still watching Barry. I've just finished.
Did you watch anything in Vegas? Like any
600
shows or
Pound
anything?
Life.
Oh, yeah.
Also, I watched Ghost Adventures for the first time because I just.
the guy that looks just like you?
No, he doesn't look like me.
He looks
just
like
has
you.
glasses. Why does Okay, so this always happens. Somebody said, "Oh my god, you look just like so and so." It's literally just another person with dark hair and sunglasses. I mean, dark hair and glasses.
You kind of look like him.
No, that's
You
not
look
true.
a little more Hispanic, but that's it.
I've actually met him.
He
He
actually-
doesn't look anything like
He
him.
looks more Hispanic than I do.
No.
Yes.
I met him at a weird bar in
How is that
Chattanooga,
racist?
Tennessee.
Really?
He did?
Yeah, I met all of them.
God. So,
It was like 2 a.m.
Jesus Christ.
Were they drunk?
Yeah, and they were looking for more places to drink. And they're
Oh,
like,
wow.
well, where do you go on a Wednesday night in Chattanooga? I'm like, bro.
Here.
Everywhere?
You're here.
Yeah, welcome.
Anyways, so I went to the Haunted Museum in Las Vegas, and it was pretty cheesy.
I thought you said it
brought
was-
to you
I thought
by
you saw a picture of Kiss
Flavor
Farley Dead.
Blasted Goldfish Crackers. No, that was tasteless. Speaking of taste,
it?
You never know.
yeah, Scotty just took a single bite of one goldfish cracker. Yeah, so we decided to watch Ghost Adventures. It's really
Like in
it
the
wasn't
hotel?
scary. Yeah, we were at the hotel.
No, you got to turn it into a drinking game, man.
We actually that would be a proper drinking game.
Yeah, like we caught an EVP. All right, consume.
Yeah, or we had to bring in our ultrasonic such and such. Every time they say a piece of like equipment they're using, you have to drink.
Well, and then on top of that, you have to drink the entirety of how they're explaining how it works.
Ooh.
They have no idea.
Yeah, it's a death sentence.
Oh my god, you're like a career drinker. I love this.
I truly believe they have no idea how any of it works. They're like, yeah, this is a electromagnetic pulse modulator.
I think that was the name of the thing that goes.
They're like, just wait for it. If you hear a in between the
Guys, I want to be honest right now. That show is on. It's a guilty pleasure of mine.
Oh my god,
It really is.
they
you know exactly what we're talking about.
Oh
then.
yeah.
But what's that name? The name of the thing just.
Oh God. I don't know.
But
It's
they
like-
ask it questions, and apparently ghosts can talk through that frequency.
I know they recently went to that like theme park down south,
That
Wow.
one theme park down south.
Fantasyland.
That you just made that up.
I swear to God, dude.
That's what it's called.
Yeah, you want me to look it up?
No, but so I watched that, and then obviously, did I say Barry?
Yeah, Barry.
Yeah, dude, it's getting really fucking real. It's awesome. I love it. It ended off on another cliffhanger.
I need to watch it.
Dude, if you haven't watched a single episode, then we're not friends.
Dude, I
Here it is. It's got a 3.9.
I
Oh
completely
shit!
just
Never mind.
plowed
That's an
through
adult
season
entertainment.
one. Season one of Barry. God, I love Hank.
God, he's excellent in this latest episode.
Would you like summary sandwich?
Did you like tea? Oh, buddy. Anyway, so that's what I'm playing, doing, watching. Scotty, what are you playing, doing, and watching?
I've been playing my computer until I just fried it a little bit ago.
How'd you do it?
I hit the fan. Well, actually, I dumped some water on it. I thought it might have been the water, but when I opened it up, there was no water inside. It was only on the top, so that's good. And then I touched the fan, and then when it started to spin back up, I'm pretty sure, my guess is that taxed the system because I have an old power system or power supply in it.
Let's be honest, it broke because you put a finger in it.
Yeah, it's true. That's what happened. Yeah, that happened. But
Hey, Thoads, how many computers have you broken like that? And was it your finger?
No. In fact, I used to drop them on the ground to make them work.
After you put something into it?
We didn't go that far.
I'm watching My 600-Pound Life.
Oh, yes.
I recently watched the one about the mother and the daughter from Bend, Oregon. Have you watched that one?
Don't spoil it for me. This is the one thing that I don't want spoilers on. Everybody knows I don't give a shit about spoilers.
Game of Thrones all day long.
Yeah, you can tell me.
600-Pound Life, don't you dare.
Yeah, you can tell me spoilers for anything. Literally anything else. Don't spoil the Bend, Oregon one, because that's home for me.
All right, well, I watched the Bend, Oregon one, and then...
what season was it?
I think it's the most recent one. I was watching on YouTube TV.
Okay, good.
The mother and daughter's plight to lose weight together.
I gotta watch this.
I will spoil the fact that they take up 3 seats on the flight.
Why did you do that?
That's 2 armrests. That's impressive.
Yeah.
And then I think that's all. I haven't been playing a whole lot more. I want to get back into Final Fantasy VII. That's what I'm going to do tonight. Mr. Thoads, what are you playing, doing, or watching?
Wow. All right, so right now, which may become a subject, I'm playing World War Z. And I'm having a damn good time doing it. We'll get back to that. You guys might know, but I just bought myself a drone.
Yes, I do know.
With
Tell me more.
Oh yeah, Mavic 2 Pro, and that is some of the best pictures I have ever taken in my entire life. Hopefully you guys have seen it. Maybe somebody else will see it. I don't know, but that's what I've been doing. That's been preoccupying my time. As far as watching, just went through all of season 1 of Barry. I can't wait to get into season 2, but I'm waiting on a very particular person.
Yeah, I had to do the same thing, except I went back to watch season 1 to get caught up with my significant other.
And then as far as the other part of watching, dude, there's this guy on YouTube. His name is Civi11, and all he does is replay on the hardest mode all the 90s first-person shooter games like Doom, Doom 2, all those ridiculous ones. And he's like this dude from Boston, so he's like kind of ripping it to pieces.
Yeah.
But kind of not. He's like, this is where it's at. This is the right thing to do. I like how you develop this game. You know, like,
be careful because you're going to get shot by this cocksucker over here.
Yeah. He's like, let me tell you about the super shotgun. That is the most to a T weapon in any game whatsoever. Use it. This guy, like, he reviews all these games, these first-person, like, over-the-top shooters from the 90s, you know, like Duke Nukem 3D, Doom.
This is Civi 11?
Yeah.
Nice.
Wow.
Civvie 11.
Does he have a big following?
I feel like I've seen that channel somewhere.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll catch that one. That sounds entertaining.
Yeah, he does all those ridiculous reviews. It's great.
Does he have a big following?
Not much. I mean, most of his stuff is like 50, 60,000 views. That's it.
Which reminds me, I've actually been watching the Internet Historian, which is actually really good too. He follows all this ridiculous shit that happens online. Like most recently, I was watching one about the Mountain Dew. I think it was literally called the Dew naming contest, and they were naming the new green apple flavor. And of course, the internet got a hold of it. The number 1 voted thing was Hitler did nothing wrong. Like, and so the
internet was such a fun place.
And then it continued on the internet polls.
That's ridiculous.
And they had a poll to see where Taylor Swift should play, like at any school in all of America. And the number 1 school by 25 times was a school for the deaf.
Yeah, I remember that one. I vaguely remember the Mountain Dew one.
Yeah, there's a couple different ones, but he's really funny. The guy who commentates them is really funny.
What's his name?
It's literally called the Internet Historian.
Okay. I'll catch
Yeah,
that
he
too.
does a lot of really funny stuff. He does ones about like the Fire Festival. He did the Fire Festival long before there's ever a movie about it.
Yeah.
Long before like Netflix and all that. Yeah.
He did the what's it called, the BronyCons and the TumblrCon that was like absolutely terrible with the ball pit. You know what I'm talking about?
If it's the one I'm thinking of, wasn't it put together by some YouTuber?
No, it was put together by people of Tumblr. It was like in 2012. They advertised they'd have all these like popular Tumblr artists and stuff. And when everyone showed up, everyone paid like $50 a day. They all showed up, and then they said they didn't have enough money to pay the hotel they were at, so they needed to raise $17,000 right now. Of course, all these people donated because it was a scam. The headliner they had didn't show, so they told everyone they get an extra hour in the ball pit for free. And I'm not kidding; it's an empty room with a ball pit in it, and someone peed in it.
Of course they would.
Yeah.
Well, as per
I think it's
tradition.
called TumblrCon or something like that. I don't remember exactly. But that guy goes through the whole thing. It's like 15 minutes long. It's really funny. But
Thoads,
Yeah.
was that all you were watching?
Oh yeah.
Okay, good. I just want to make sure we didn't skip you.
Oh yeah. I'm like binge watching the Civi guy. The only other thing I've really been watching. You guys ever? You watch like Mario Maker, Kaizo hacks, anything? Like
I've
that?
seen him.
Okay, so there's a lot of these guys out here that professionally, well, quote unquote, professionally make Mario levels, and they all base it off of Super Mario. They have a system where they can do it, and these guys, they create levels through Mario Maker, and then on top of that, they create their own Super Mario worlds. In fact, there's one out right now called Jump and a Half. There's 130 exits in the entire game. And these guys, I mean, you have to be good at this game. And it's like real-time problem solving, and it's ridiculous. It just enamors me.
They said that the big thing that they did that really helped with that creation tool is the original developer has to complete the mission before he can publish it. So if he makes it too terribly hard, like, you have to be able to beat it before others can play it, which is cool.
That makes sense, yeah.
And that's a lot of these things, because like these guys will go through these levels and they'll find cheese and be like, oh, that's a dev mushroom. I can get through the shit now.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's amazing. Anyway, that's
cool.
just me.
Which reminds me, I was going to tell you, I almost sent it to you. There's this other guy. I think it's. I'll send it. I think it's out of. It's this guy who does out of boundary stuff in games, and he did Mortal Kombat 11. Did you see that?
You did send it to me.
Oh, I did?
Yeah.
And it shows like all the behind the scenes shit and all that stuff. That's another good thing to check out.
I love that channel because they do all kinds of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They even did like Mortal Kombat 10, I think.
Yeah, they show how games actually work, how windows work, how developers actually do things like culling, which is basically when you get far away from something, the polygon count goes down, so you're not wasting a lot of resources on stuff like that. So it's pretty cool.
Hey, Scott, do me a favor. Eat like maybe a handful of those goldfish crackers, because I want to gain a sponsor. Oh, wow. How's that taste?
Oh, flavor blaster. Extra
Extra what?
cheddar.
Great.
So
cocaine. Pepper Charm, if you're listening, we would love to be sponsored by you.
And shout out, join the fun at goldfish.fun.com.
I hate to break it to you boys, but I just said cocaine, so good luck.
You ruined us.
All right. What's next on the agenda?
Hey, let's talk a little bit about your World War Z.
Let's do it.
Hell
Those,
yeah.
are you ready?
Yeah.
You guys are into this, so
Okay.
I'm just going to sit back and watch for a second.
Yeah.
So
So
eat my Pepperidge Farm extra cheddar goldfish crackers.
With cocaine.
sorry, Pepperidge Farm. We'll edit that out. So World War Z, I think the biggest just like overlaying story of this is that it was basically released within the same week of Days Gone, and Days Gone is kind of like one of those games that everybody had been waiting for. It was a titan going up against World War Z in comparison, and who would have guessed it? But in my humble opinion, spoiler alert, I think that World War Z is better. Although I've played, I've only seen Days Gone being played. I've actually played World War Z. So, Thoads, what have you enjoyed the most, just on a surface level?
The way the explosions sound.
That really?
Yeah, like no kidding. It's just that, when you throw a grenade, when you have an explosive that is in a pile of zombies. Oh my god, that is so satisfying. If you have a legit system with a subwoofer, yeah, that's really all it is. And no kidding, you just see guts going everywhere. You're like, I did that.
Yeah.
It's not much, but it's honest work.
So I think aside from the explosion, there has to be gameplay that
gameplay mechanics. Look, the whole thing. The part I love the most is the fact that I can replay things and I can do it differently every single time, and every single time I do get a reward, which means I get better stuff. I don't have to pay to get that. And I mean, inside the first day of me having the game, I maxed out like probably 3-4 guns.
Yeah.
Had to be.
And you don't get the same rewards every time.
No.
Which is awesome, because if you do, with a lot of games, if you do like execute an objective, either you can't redo it and get the objective again, or if you do get it, it's the same thing over and over again. And with this game, it's you play through it, you do all these objectives, and you get different shit every time, and you keep building the the experience on these weapons.
Well, and then on top of that, I mean, you play through these things enough times that you play it so many different ways. I can't tell you how many times I've died just on like the second or third difficulty, just because I decided to play it a different way and I didn't have the right resources in the right places at the right times.
Even if you play it the same way, it's not going to hit you the same either.
Exactly. And obviously it's all episodic. This is why I don't feel comfortable comparing this thing directly to Days Gone, because Days Gone is obviously very, very open world. Whereas this is pretty linear.
It's like Left 4 Dead, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, it is, and it's beautiful, and the AI is... obviously it's better. I mean, it's not absolute tip top, but in fact, Jose and I were talking about this earlier. Your AI when you're a single player it's good. They take out zombies. They do. They man strategic areas. But I also watched a review where if you have just one other player out of the 4 possible, just one other live player, the AI goes nuts and starts like really taking over. And so, I mean, and I'm a single player person. This is one game I am willing to reach out and get a buddy for, because I want to see what that's like. I want to know what that's like, because I have so much fun in there when I'm trying to like take these things down, and then like I run out of ammo.
Too many things to kill.
Yeah. What's that famous Mike Tyson quote? Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the mouth. Yeah. This is what that game feels like. Yeah. Because honestly, like, even if you play with friends, you can try to have a strategy going in. It has to be a very general and vague strategy, because like Thoads was saying, it's like if you somehow you manage to like get an upper hand in a certain spot, the AI finds a way to overcome it if it's like manageable. But one thing I will say about, because I was watching the developers' review of it before it was released, they said that it was going to be hyper adaptive. So if like during gameplay, if something was too difficult, it would kind of start to ease up. If it was too easy, then it would start to ramp up the difficulty. Honestly, I haven't noticed that to an obvious degree, but I know that within each campaign or within each stage, yeah, you can see a little bit of that. But Thoads, have you had the same experience?
Well, kind of. I mean, when I'm going through these episodes, there's a tank that comes in, and he will charge right at you, and he'll grab you by the throat, and he'll slam you down, and just pound the shit out of your brains. And if your AI is distracted, well, fuck you. Yeah, you're gonna watch yourself die over the course of 90 seconds while everything is going nuts around you. And to me personally, that is frustrating as fuck. Can't you give? What did the Japanese call it? The
harikari or whatever.
Yeah, give me a button.
Yeah,
these guys are not
Japanese.
I am Japanese,
and he's also a Nazi.
Wow.
I don't think so.
I hope not.
That's so weird. That's an unhealthy balance.
Actually, here in the room we're recording, we have a Nazi killer.
Yeah.
Right there.
That's
the
a-
Thompson,
Oh,
folks.
yeah.
The
That's
Thompson
right.
submachine gun killed many a Nazi.
So, did you pick that up from one of your victims?
Yeah,
Time traveler,
Yeah?
folks.
a Nazi.
No, you got it from an allied force that you killed.
No,
while
I got
being
it from a Nazi who stole it from a friend.
Everybody wants to punch one in the face.
Yeah. So I think that if I were to ask you, what grade would you give it on the grading scale? Could you give a direct grade? Because this is one
We're
of those
letters,
games.
not numbers, right?
Letters.
I'm a numbers guy. He's letters.
Ooh. Yeah, see, I gotta be honest with you. Long-time listener, first-time commenter. I'm on Jose's side with that.
Yes.
There's not enough letters.
There are
You
plenty
can't
of
be accurate
letters.
enough.
Yes, there
boys,
are. Because there's pluses and minuses.
Boys, I understand why Scott has his thing, because he's a gamer across multiple platforms. Jose and I might have 2 or 3.
Yeah.
You know, and we, our gradient is probably a little bit more lax than yours, obviously, but it makes sense to us more, you know?
Also,
especially because we're not catching shit in 2160.
I also use that for movies, music, books. I use it for everything.
But why? You can be more accurate with
Because
the
the audience is varied.
Because your 9.5 is different from my 9.5, but your A plus is probably pretty much similar to my A plus.
I don't know about all that.
Oh, I do.
Agree to disagree on it.
Okay, Thoads,
Yo.
humor me. What would you grade it, Mr. Thoads?
It consumes an amazing amount of my time. I'm a really big fan of the whole $1 equals 1 hour thing, and it has surpassed 40 hours.
Yeah, $40 game too.
Yeah.
We didn't say that.
It has surpassed that for me.
Yeah, and you know what? I totally forgot to even open with that because that's a major plus for World War Z. If I were to grade it, granted, I've played like a millisecond compared to Thoads. It made me want to go out and buy it. I give it an A.
Is it a digital download only game?
I would assume so.
When I got it, it was. When I got it, it was $39.99.
I'll find out.
But depending on popularity,
Yeah, I know for sure. The other thing that do you guys have anything else to say about World War Z?
The only thing that I will say, even if you hated the movie, you're gonna love the game.
Completely different, right?
It's a complete. Well, it's obviously going along some of the same story and some of the same I guess looks and feel of the movie, but it's not Brad Pitt. You're not Brad Pitt.
Yeah. Well, there's 16 different characters, and when you actually play as them one time, it kind of unlocks a little bit of backstory, which is kind of cool. I mean, you can find out if you want to. It ain't like Destiny where they're like, oh yeah, you go to a different planet and fuck you. You don't have any info. You can read info if you want.
Digital download only.
No.
Oh, physical.
Physical as well.
Perfect. So you could do that if you want to, but I have so many favorite aspects about it just because I've been playing so many open world games that have so many different options, that have so many different this, that, the other. And, it's just really satisfying to be like, I'm going to kill that and move forward and kill the other things that are in my way, and I'm going to fucking rock.
Yeah. One other last thing that I did test out, because I know that this was a major thing that the developers had mentioned. If you go off the beaten path, there are better rewards. It is true.
There are much
However,
better rewards.
it is so fucking hard.
It is.
If you go off the beaten path, there are way more obstacles in place. Not just like more zombies. Sometimes they're more difficult zombies, and it does take a lot of willpower to stay away from some of those goodies that you can possibly get off the trail. So
for our listener, hi Patrick, the one thing you want to listen for or look for is door breaches. Door breaches will do every amount of magic for you.
Wow.
Yeah,
Just
I
has a
agree.
lot of like guns and stuff behind them or something.
Well, yeah, you have guns, you have armaments that there are stationary items that you could pick up. You could pick up one at a time. A stationary item would be like a mounted 50 or an automatic turret or a mortar or something along those lines. And they keep on opening up after that.
That's cool.
But yeah, you do it right.
I'm gonna have to check that one out.
Yeah,
Please do.
Well, thank you for your commentary on World War Z. Very interesting.
My
sounds
verdict:
cool.
go out and buy it.
It
Do
was
yourself
a low key one that seems to have gotten rated pretty well. The next thing we wanted to talk a little bit about is games coming to E3 2019. We know that Sony won't be there.
But before we move on to games coming from 2020, can we just take a moment to hear from another one of our sponsors? If you want a nice cold one, if you want something that's rich with vitamins, why don't you reach down and pick up one of these?
a good vitamin R,
aka Rainier.
Thank you, Rainier, for all your money.
Wait, these are definitely unofficial sponsors.
Reach out to that Patreon, folks.
So, yes, go on. Games that have been confirmed to be showing up at E3.
Games that have been confirmed, a lot of these that we're already going to know. Anthem, Apex, Battlefield 5. This is one, Bee Simulator. Never heard of this.
Oh, you haven't heard of the Bee Simulator?
Nope.
I haven't either.
Borderlands 3.
You guys
of
know
course.
there's a bunch of bee porn on Pornhub right now?
Fuck you.
I'm not kidding. Pull it up.
Bees having sex?
No, it's just
Insects?
bees pollinating things.
Oh, wow.
Insects?
Yeah, it's springtime, bro.
Oh, okay, so it's completely innocent then.
Yeah.
Aside from it being on Pornhub.
Yeah, it's like that guy Ryan Creamer. You ever seen him?
His name is Ryan Creamer?
Yeah, and he just does wholesome shit on Pornhub.
Well, there is a
But
bunch
his
of
name
people
is
who-
Ryan Creamer?
Yeah.
On Pornhub?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Pull it. He's like, I opened the door to the cable person, and cable was fixed.
Oh my god.
Cyberpunk 2077, which, according to Thoads, has completely been changed.
Well, that's the article I read. What they released, the 48 minutes that they released on YouTube,
I read that too.
It's almost been like
a
year ago now, but yeah, apparently the gameplay is completely different now.
Well, they've also scrapped a bunch of stuff too.
Makes sense.
Well,
Yeah.
that game looked really dope, so I hope a lot of it's...
I just everything that they've ever released about it always said like it's ready when it's ready.
Yeah,
I respect the hell out of that.
I do
these
too,
days.
but it's screaming. It's almost hinting Puddlegate from Remember Spider-Man. I feel like it was just a lot for them to promise with Cyberpunk.
Your water doesn't look right.
Yeah, exactly. So I feel like that's probably what we're getting a lot of, and they're trying to avoid that.
Cool.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that game looked really good, so it wouldn't surprise me if a lot of that shit gets cut. Dying Light 2, I know you're excited for that.
Very.
Halo Infinite, I could care less.
Those we got to play Dying Light too.
You down?
Okay, good.
Super down.
The Sims 4, yeah, no, big game for you.
It's actually a bigger game for Katie.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's, I don't know. It's popular for a lot of women.
Yeah, I think just The Sims in general.
Yeah. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. That's what I'm excited for.
Shout out Mr. Lonely. We're going to be playing that one.
Kevin, it's a coming.
It's not. You're thinking of the wrong person. Wait, so with this list, and we're looking on IGN's website, but with this list, I think one thing that sticks out to me that is intriguing would be, the hell is it called?
Does that shit say Sonic 5?
Doom Eternal. It is coming out for PlayStation 4, PC,
Oh,
Xbox
yeah.
One, Switch, and Google Stadia.
Stadia.
So I do want to hear more about what's going on with the Stadia. I think that's a very promising piece of software / I guess platform. So we'll see how that works out. And then the other thing that I'm also very intrigued by that you didn't mention was Sinking City.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one. That's the...
It's like a Lovecraft.
Yeah.
I
didn't even see it on here. Yeah.
like noir. That's the only way I can describe it.
Yeah.
So like a Cthulhu extension kind of thing.
Yeah.
Awesome. I don't know what it is. Lovecraftian stuff just enthuses the hell out of me.
It's
That's
almost
cool.
like Silent Hill had sex with Lovecraft, and somebody wrote it down in a noir book and brought it to life in a video game.
His name was Pyramid Head.
Yeah. It was developed by Pyramid Head. But yeah, those are the two things that I'm actually really intrigued by.
Also, they're rumored. There's a couple rumored. The Avengers project, which I don't know. Avengers might be cool. Elder Scrolls Blades is rumored to be there. Shout out to you.
I stopped playing that, by the way.
Gears of War 5. And then, there's a couple other things, but Wolfenstein Youngbloods. That's the only other thing on there.
Is that going to be the third one?
In the new series, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You guys ever played those?
I have the first one, and I never could get into it.
Oh.
I can't remember which game it was, but I played one on PC, and it was okay.
Of the new ones?
No. I don't remember which one it was.
You probably played Enemy Lines or whatever.
Fuck, I don't know.
There was one that was really popular. That was online only one.
My friend the Deer King, he actually burned.
Deer King.
Yeah, he burned it onto something, and then I installed it and played it, and it was okay.
Did you play Russian roulette afterwards?
No.
Deer Hunter. Sorry.
I remember that game.
No, it's the Deer King.
The Deer Hunter. You guys remember that PC game? You ever
No.
play that?
No, I'm actually talking about a Christopher Walken movie from back in the...
I'm not that old.
Yeah, sorry.
The Deer Hunter used to be this game where you played as a deer and you hunted hunters.
Oh, dude, speaking of hunting, did you all see the teaser trailer of Predator Hunting Grounds?
Yeah, the new game.
Yeah. So, although there's not a whole lot that actually was teased about what the gameplay looks like, but from what I understand about the whole idea of it, it could end up being something like Dead by Daylight, where there's a predator and there's 4 survivors or something like that. That would be dope,
That'd
dude.
be cool.
And then you can level up your predator and attach stuff to him and stuff like that, or level up a survivor. I think that would be dope if it turned out to be like that. But we'll see.
At the same time, they announced the new Ghost Recon, which looks cool too. Breaking Point, and it has Shane from The Walking Dead in it.
Yeah, and it looked really good.
Mm-hmm.
But again, every game looks really good when they announce it.
It was all a CG
and then when
trailer.
it comes out, it doesn't look anything like it. I'm looking at you, Spider-Man.
Yeah, so that looks cool. And then we forgot to mention too, we were going to talk a little bit about Sony had its State of Play. It announced some of its big games coming. Including dropping a trailer for Final Fantasy VII Remake, which looks terrible to me.
Yeah, but Jacob will probably jack off to that.
Yeah, it's too anime.
Yeah.
The Medieval Remake gets a release date.
You love how we just glossed over that, huh?
No.
He jacks off
It's
to
great. In my mind, there's 3 other people I've fucking come across in my life who are yeah, they would do that too.
Yeah. Neb Notla would do that.
Jerk off to
Anime stuff.
Probably.
I'm assuming he would.
Just anything, I think.
He touches himself over
Somebody's
a lot
got
of
a body
things.
pillow.
Yeah. Which I don't know if you guys remember Medieval, but the remake got a release date.
Are you serious?
October 25th.
Dude, that came out in 94 back in the day?
This is the remake.
Oddworld's
damn.
planning a big comeback too.
Well,
Yeah, the second one.
Dude,
Yeah.
I'm telling you, those were fun games.
I never played either one.
Oh yeah, Abe's Odyssey, hilarious.
That Predator Hunting Ground is announced for 2020, so we got some time, and it is an asymmetrical multiplayer experience.
Oh Lord! So
Yeah.
basically, what I was saying.
Yeah, exactly. You're exactly right. And then lastly, they released a Days of Play limited edition PS4 like they do every year,
Days of Play.
which is just a PlayStation 4. That looks a little different, as you can see.
Yeah.
Just has a triangle, circle, X, and O. Yeah.
All right. Well, the other thing that's actually super intriguing about some of the news that has come out recently, and maybe this might be a good segue for, dare I say, news. News. So we've talked a lot about Pornhub today, especially, but we also did talk a little bit about Tumblr, oddly enough. And I know you've read about this.
No.
Pornhub is interested in purchasing
Oh, yeah.
Tumblr to bring it back to its former glory of little kids jerking their gherkin on Tumblr.
Yeah. I'm. My guess is that Pornhub has pretty sophisticated algorithms and such to prevent any sort of child pornography.
Oh,
which
that's
is the
not where I was going. I was talking about like literal like just like another website for like a 15, 16-year-old to go find porn.
Oh, just in general.
Sorry, that sounded really weird.
No, but that was the problem.
Yeah.
A big problem they had on Tumblr.
Yeah.
That's why they completely banned it.
Damn.
Is because there was a lot of like very, very questionable stuff on Tumblr.
I had this friend, and she was like kind of embarrassed that she looked at porn, but she was talking about it, and I was like, well, it's not a big deal. But she was like, I actually don't go to like the normal outlets for porn. I go through Tumblr. I was like, Tumblr? When I think of Tumblr, I think of like those GIF recipes or like I never thought of it as a porno place.
I don't even know what Tumblr. I'd never visited Tumblr at all. So
yeah, I mean, if you want like
it was like people's blogs and stuff.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I thought of too. But I guess
like I'm the hiking giant. Come with me. Or whoever.
Yeah. Apparently, it was a giant place for pornog.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah. So.
Anything that's open source like that.
Yeah. And then also, my apologies to all of our listeners. So for all 10 of you are out there that listen to our podcast, I gave you a little bit of misinformation last week. Britney Spears' dad is not dead.
Oh, I'll pull back the rest in peace.
Yeah, so he's only dead to me. Apparently, he's really, really fucking mentally and emotionally abusive to Britney Spears, and apparently she's being manipulated by her father, and like her mom's even come out and said a bunch of stuff like, you know, this is a weird situation. She needs to drop him as her power of attorney or whatever, like conservatorship he has. Mm-hmm. And yeah, it's actually a really weird,
really intense
situation.
Story.
Yeah, so we'll see how that turns out. Hopefully, it turns out well for her. But I mean, we'll see.
She kind of has her own issues, so
she has a toxic relationship with her father.
Oh Lord, I'm toxic. Rage 2 reviews are coming out.
Yeah, tell me about it.
IGN gave it an 8.0 and said, Rage 2's moment-to-moment combat is outstanding, making it shine among open-world first-person shooters.
Do you believe it?
I believe it. 8.0.
That's like a B.
Minus.
Yeah.
Maybe by your category.
Yeah.
Well, an 82 could be a B. An 83 could be a B minus.
Sure.
84.
Yeah. B minus.
Just that ranking system isn't accurate enough to know, but this is an 8.0, yeah.
It's a B minus, yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know. They have some microtransaction reaction here. It says, let's see here. Oh, it sells exclusively skins for weapons, which can be unlocked for free, pretty much with a pretty reasonable amount of in-game currency. So that's good.
So it's not destroyed by microtransactions.
Correct. Although the BFG 9000 weapon
what
is confirmed as being deluxe/collector's edition exclusive for the time being, though despite playing on a deluxe version, I have not yet stumbled across it.
Okay.
So apparently it's a deluxe edition that you can get the BFG.
BFG, do we know what that stands for?
Big fucking gun?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Do you know a BFG 9? It's from Doom.
Amen.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's the big gun you get from Doom.
The BFG 9000.
I thought it was a big friendly giant.
That too.
Oh, well, yeah.
I thought, you know what, when that first came out...
NSFW version.
Yeah. When it first came out, I was thinking big friendly giant. I didn't think big friendly giant. I thought big fucking giant. Isn't that messed up where my mind goes?
No, that makes sense.
Isn't that why it was created in the first place?
Yeah, I guess.
You know, like, if you're going to put an acronym in there and the middle one is F.
Yeah, for sure.
Come on.
Yeah.
I mean, we all say AF, right?
No, for sure. The kids. We're gonna
PlayStation 5.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
More has been confirmed. So please take us to that webpage.
Here it is. That's right at the beginning. PlayStation 5. We talked about this, which was basically confirmed last week, but
much
not
of it was rumored.
Yeah, but everything that was rumored was basically confirmed,
minus the price.
Yeah, which it might still be yet to be confirmed. Who knows?
Everybody's looking towards the $600 to $700 price range, which is like, okay, that sucks, but it's not the worst that could happen, right? We're seeing the price of electronics go up all the time. This is probably just going to be one of them.
Yeah, 8-core AMD chipset.
Well, no, I mean, let's talk about these console prices. I mean, what do you guys remember, Matt, when you first bought your first one, or your parents?
$300.
$300 for
like
what?
A PS2 or something.
PS2 for
300 exactly. That's what I remember. I can't remember what the PlayStation 1 cost because my brother CeeLo, he was the one that bought my PlayStation for me. I bought it with Tomorrow Never Dies.
Oh yeah, we talked about it last
week. A green see-through DualShock 2 controller.
Oh, you're damn right.
Oh yeah, those were great controllers.
Dude, I remember showing up to the mall at like at 5 a.m. picking up a PS2 from a GameStop.
I remember my Uncle Ian.
Dude, I brought my girlfriend. I put her in the back seat so I could put the PS2 and the seatbelt in the front.
Oh, as one should.
I remember I came here to Oregon. I'm from Boise, and my uncle
Go back to Boise.
My uncle was like, dude, they have a PS2 in the GameStop in the mall. I was like, what? Because this is like, we had the internet, but it wasn't like the internet like it is today. He's like, dude, let's go.
You talk about Boise like it's a third world country.
No, I'm just saying that's where I'm from. No, I'm not saying it has anything to do. I was just saying I was here on a visit.
Yeah.
And so we go and we look, and I remember we walked in, and there's like all these people around this like PlayStation 2, and he's like, look, there it is. And it was just like a little tiny screen, and it had the blue cubes on the startup screen, and it was just, and I was like, wow.
Do you remember what those represented? The cubes in the background of your menu?
Hours played?
Yeah,
that's how many games that you played. So, like, if somebody pulled up their PlayStation 2 and you saw, like, just endless cubes, you're like, wow.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
Dude, serious.
Unless you formatted it, because every now and then those broke.
Yeah.
I remember, like, being an expert in, like, breaking open my PlayStation, cleaning the lens, dusting it, and all that stuff. Now you can't do that. It's really hard. They have like void stickers if you like try to break.
Although those are illegal now, right?
I think they are because the right to repair thing.
Yeah,
yeah, but I think it's like
they were always bullshit. It's just everybody's like, well, if I break the seal, then I can't do nothing.
Yeah, well, and I've already had mine for over a year anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Because I mean, we all spent like what $200-300 on a PS2. Fast forward to PS3, $600.
Yeah, I spent like $700.
I got the 80 gig thing. You know, the rounded top.
I still have it.
You know, it came with the Blu-ray remote and 30 Days of Night. You remember that movie, the Josh Hartnett? It came with that.
That was actually not a bad movie. Everybody hated it.
I enjoy the shit out of it.
I had the 60 gig one.
Me
That's
too.
the one that's super coveted because it has PS3 because it was has PS3 backwards compatibility.
Oh yeah, that's why
PS2.
I keep mine.
Excuse me.
That's why I kept mine.
Yeah, which
it goes
mine
back
broke.
to PlayStation 1.
Yeah, PlayStation 1 as well. But the new slim ones didn't have that.
Right.
Depressed.
You're depressed from that?
That was depressed at the time.
You know what would make you feel a lot better though? A good old handful of Pepperidge Farm Goldfish Flavor Blasted Extra Cheddar. Just one handful? Don't think so.
If you make me crack another beer, we're gonna have to talk.
I don't know. Can you handle another beer?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. And then what? PlayStation 4, 500 bones. They went down in price.
Yeah.
400 actually.
I bought two of them. The first one I bought was it was $400, which has been passed through like a lot of our folks. And then I bought a Pro.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is the first console I've ever had to buy twice.
It's the cheapest console.
Because of what I have in my house as far as, the TV. I have a 4K TV. I want 4K gaming. And no, I'm not a PC guy. Sorry, guys.
It's okay. I'm not a PC guy.
It's okay.
I look down on them. Sorry, Scotty. Can I make a confession? I don't have a 4K TV.
I know, that's so weird.
I know. Well, I'm sorry. I'm not swimming in gold coins like Scrooge McDuck.
You can get
a
55-inch 4K TV for like $350.
Well, guess what? I don't have $350 that I want.
Scotty found one on a really obscure website for $50.
What?
Yeah. Thoads.com.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that. It's okay. I'm not like jealous or anything, but and I'm not emotionally scarred because I thought we were better friends than me.
Don't y'all worry about it. I'll find another one.
When he upgrades, he'll pass the savings
and
on to you.
now the PlayStation 5 is going to be like $600, $700. So I think that's kind of a pretty linear graph.
Yeah, let's be honest with each other. I mean, $600 is something that's supposed to do like 8K. So, I mean, obviously Sony's going to have to come out with the technology for it to be like kind of prevalent for 8K to be a thing. So do you think they're going to do another version where it's just like, okay, first one's 4K and then, you can get the Pro for 8?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, everything's a money grab, right?
This one, I feel like, isn't a money grab. I think that it's going to have staying power.
Well, I mean, I guess that makes sense because they say that like Sony makes for every $400 system, they make like what, $18?
Yeah, they make like nothing,
and then they make everything back on the games. Which I mean,
and the network, PlayStation Network.
Yeah,
let's not kid ourselves.
Year.
Yeah, it went up, right? It was 50, now it's 60.
Also, just you bringing that up, games have been going down in price because they're still $60, and they have been since PS3 days, but inflation's much higher.
Yeah.
Or I mean the dollar.
Well, and yeah, nothing's gonna get cheaper.
Yeah, it's gonna get worse.
Yep. So I guess we're mostly. I think. Go ahead. You got something to say?
I think Thoads has something to say right now.
Well, we just want to take a moment to go back to that Redland painting or that fireworks show that you remember as a child, and just think about good old Rainier. Yeah, good time.
Feels pretty nice over here.
But yeah, I think that's we have almost an hour already. What a great show!
Yeah.
Do we? I guess we're just gonna real quick
just wrap it up here.
Wrap it up, please. I'm guessing it'll be either next week or the week after. We're gonna do our Game of Thrones extravaganza. I'm guessing next week because we do it on Mondays.
Two special guests.
With two special guests, my wife and Jose's wife.
Wow.
We haven't gotten married. We were in Vegas, but we didn't get married.
Oh.
Did you get engaged?
We didn't get engaged either.
Dang.
Wow.
Sorry, Katie.
We're taking it pretty steady.
I can dig that.
That's a good timeline you have there.
Yeah.
Just don't make it a shotgun on April Fool's Day.
Yeah.
I'll shoot an engagement ring out of a shotgun onto her finger.
Ooh, good idea.
No, dude. Just do one of those ninja stars. Do some all ninja shit. Be like, don't worry, I got this.
Ugh, that's gonna be scary. I trust myself with a shotgun, not a ninja star.
That's impressive.
Not accurate. Shout out to our people. Who you got?
Shout out to Javada as always. Shout out to Ben's mother. Shout out to Jacob's mother. And shout out to Ryan. We have your sticker in the mail. So thank you for your listenership. We really appreciate you. He reached out via Instagram, told us I don't know the exact verbiage, but apparently he loved the last episode with Drunk Eastwood. So
perfect.
Yeah, that what, I'm not loaded this time, but somebody is.
I really like the post episode of Drunk Eastwood.
Yeah.
Post episode was amazing.
Oh, we didn't record that. I was just hanging out with those, and I was hammered. Wait, no, actually, was I? Yes, I was. Because I remember I ran from Assembly back to my house to do the podcast, hammered.
Yeah.
And then I ran back to go get more hammered with Thoads.
Amen.
Well, you guys sent us a picture at like 3 o'clock, and you're already drunk.
Did I?
Well, I don't know if you were in it, but I know Ben and Cody definitely started early.
Oh my god! Oh no, that was 3 p.m. right?
Yeah,
I was there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Well, I knew you guys were loaded. I knew as soon as I saw that, I was like, "Ooh, he's going to be interesting for the podcast."
Yeah, that was nuts.
Thoads, who do you got? Anybody you want to shout
out? Yeah. Let's do a little bit of Gary there. Hey, Gary. You'll never listen to this, but when you find it, good for you.
I don't know who Gary is, but shout out Gary.
I know Gary. We've met Gary.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Don't know him.
Oh.
Yeah, actually I haven't.
Oh, he didn't?
Oh, no.
I thought you went to the store.
No.
Okay.
Shout out to Robbie, Jacob, Linda, Kat, and Patrick. And the great and powerful Cookie Lukey.
Yeah, where is he?
I haven't talked to him lately, but shout out. Hopefully he's still listening.
Yeah. We miss you, bud.
And AC503. Hey guys, have a great day. Thanks for joining us, folks. Goodbye.
Laters.
See ya.
Bye.